Hey friends, this is Red Specs Gaming, and welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. So, we're starting on the start screen here because I wanted to discuss something. Um, First off, I've never said that I was an expert at this game by any means. In fact, I've gone out of my way to let you guys know that I haven't played this for a long time. Um, it's like for 4 alphas maybe or something like that. So there's a lot that's changed since the last time I played it. But what I have said is that we would figure it out together. And that's kind of how my channel has always been. Yeah, I will show you guys how stuff works for sure. But I probably have to struggle my way through it. I do it in any of the games I play. And those of you that watch me, you know this. That said, it's been pointed out to me that I haven't been playing with a feature. And I'll show you that. If we go to start a new game here, single player, and survival. Normally and almost always I play a game with the default settings. So in this case, we come in here, we maybe change the name and the seed, and we hit start, right? Everything is set. I don't even mess with these settings here because this is, to me, the way a developer they see their game as the default or the way that they envision the gameplay to go is whatever this is without you changing anything. So you can come in here and you can make it harder, you can make it easier, whatever works for you. I'm not one to judge. I always say play your game the way you want to play it. That's kind of the whole point of games, is to have fun. But at the same time, there's definitely a setting here. If you go into the difficulty settings, and these things right here, the block limit for certain devices, the check mass and volume, and the CPU points, these things here are, they change the way the game plays a lot. You have weight limits that you can carry. You have to pay attention to how much load you're putting on your your CPU, or you can blow it up. There's only so much you can put in containers. There's a lot going on there that changes the way the game is played. But the thing is if you flip through this, you'll notice, so we're just going through the difficulty presets, you'll notice that Elion has got that false in all cases. Okay? So I don't see that as being them thinking that you should flip these on. I see that as one of two things going on. Either A, these are here to add additional challenge for people who want that, or B, these features aren't fully fleshed out yet, and they don't want people who don't, tweak every little thing when they go into a game having to deal with that when they just come through and make a new game. Again, default settings, the way the developer envisions their game. I'm a game developer myself. I know this is how this works. I've talked to plenty of other developers about this over the years. The settings that you get when you first start a game, that's how you envision it. And yeah, later on they may come in and make these true by default, and that's once they feel like, okay, these are good to go, we can put that out there. The thing is that yeah, you may, if you go to play this game in multiplayer, you may see that a lot of the servers have that turned on, and if you don't understand those things, they can really make your gameplay crazy. Trying to figure that out when you've got PvP and all the rest of that stuff. Now, I never play PvP. In fact, I never play games with people I don't know. So I'm not going to go on to official servers or even unofficial servers of people that don't own them that I know personally. So I don't see a need for this for me. I played the game the way it started. That's how our game is set up, and that's what we've been playing. However, I will say this. If you guys want me to play with those settings turned on, I'd be happy to go in and flip them on for you. But I would like to see a significant number of comments in the comment field below saying, yeah, let's turn that on and let's play with those things. I'd be happy to do that if that's what you guys want, and we can give that a try. But again, I didn't know they were there until after I got called out on them, and the game doesn't go out of its way to turn them on for you, so I don't really believe that that's what the developer thinks is the default gameplay at this moment. It might be later on, but at this moment maybe there's something else going on. I don't know. But you guys let me know in the comments below what you think, and we'll go from there. So let's get into the game. Alright, so I'm putting up walls now. We got the turrets all up. They're all loaded. 2 of them are mini, 2 of them are cannon. And it's just in time, because if you look at the statistics here, statistically speaking, we should be seeing an attack soon. Should be seeing an attack soon, because we've existed long enough. And these, basically, I'm using steel blocks, and I'm using this pipes diagonal fence since I did diagonal. And I can then rotate them like this. We can put them to the edge here, so they share the same block as that triangle block. So I'm just going along the edges and putting these up. Go, and I'll probably do them too high, so that I have room to get down. I'm not taking them all the way to the edge because I want to have all of the corners like this. I'm going to have to bring it out a little more on the corners. So you can see right now we're out to here, so I'll have to dig that out and add a few more. This one I've already done. We'll do this guy, and we'll do that guy over there, and we'll get this. But it's starting to come along, starting to look like something. Starting to look like something. So I'm going to keep building, and we should be seeing an attack soon, and when we do, I'll bring you back. Alright, we got the walls all up now, and see how it looks from above now. You can see that it's basically like a fort, and that's what I was going for. We're trying to do us a little fort action. We've got a fort now. Oh, yeah, I left that open there, and I actually need to open that up on the other side. I think I'm going to put doors, armored doors at those points everywhere. And then we can start putting buildings up in here as we want, you know, like gardens and stuff like that. Like I said, all of our core stuff will stay down inside where it's safe. But yeah, there we are. This is the start of the fort, our base fort, entrance into the underground, cannons protecting. So yeah, now we're just waiting on the attack to come, and we're good to go. One thing I will say is I don't think the turret step is clearing itself for some reason. So what we're going to do is if we go in here and we select that ourselves, please read the actions description at least. It contains useful hints. Well, let's read it. It just says ammo, logistics, and turret. So, yes. Boom. To put ammos in the box, yeah, we already did that. Fill all. It's an alternative way to building a base or vessel by yourself. The blueprint factory, which we're going to get into. I'll show you guys the blueprint factory before too long. But that's it. We have completed the tutorial. And now we're on our own here. Something weird's going on with a random light here. I think that's where my robot was. Yeah, that was where my drone was. That's weird. That'll probably go away when we restart. So yeah, now we just wait on the attack, and we'll deal with that, and we'll also start painting before too long. So normally, you would get a message, a warning message would pop up that would say, an attack is on its way to your base. And if we look at the base statistics, it shows next attack now. We might be seeing an attack real soon here. I think our cannon should be able to handle it, but we'll see. We'll see. In the meantime, I'm gonna be shaping this cliff edge off of our base a little bit. I'd like to kind of smooth this down so it goes down to where we flattened it out a little nicer. Then just have a sharp edge, and we'll wait for the base attack. So I'll see you guys then. Alright, so they are on their way, according to that message. So, let's make sure that we eat real quick, because my character is low. So if we go to our fridge, should have some steak cooked in there by now. We do. Go. Eat that. And I'm not sure which direction. Oh, they're coming from that way. Alright, so they're coming from the northwest. There comes a troop transport. killed their transport before they could get up to us. That's amazing. Normally these things are really tough. Hard to kill. Look at this. We got nothing for it, fortunately. Normally you get stuff for the guys that they drop. But nice. We owned them before they could get here. That said, let's take a look at our cannons and see if they got any damage. Because they might have been firing back like machine gun fire. We go repair. Nothing there. Everything looks good. Didn't look like they really got a chance to do much of anything. We shot them down before we had a chance. Let's see what our ammo situation is like left now. Still doing pretty good on ammo. Plenty of rounds here. Plenty of rounds. So that was really close. They got really close to landing. So, I think we're good. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. So, what we're going to do now that we made it through our first attack, is we're going to get our garden started, because we really need to start growing things. So, we need to look at our constructor for how we make garden blocks. So if we go in this guy, and we go to the block section, right down here you have growing plots, okay? And you can do them out of wood, or you can do them out of concrete. Now, I personally think I'm going to do them out of concrete, because I want them to be a little more stable. I think later on we will be able to do them out of metal, maybe? Let me look, because there's one more constructor that we can build. The next level up constructor. Where is that? Scroll down here. Scroll down here. We may not be level enough to unlock the next constructor. Let's look in our F3 menu. We look at advanced constructor. Yeah. Okay, so that's the advanced constructor. It is unlocked at level 10, and we've already unlocked it. So if we go in this guy and we do advanced, there he is. He needs cobalt alloy and flux coils. We've only got 2 flux coils. We've pulled those out of the other thing, and I haven't seen any cobalt at all. I imagine we'll have to go to space for that. So we'll hold off on that for now. We'll make these garden plots out of concrete, and we will upgrade them when the time comes. And so here is the growing plots. They are concrete. We are missing nutrient solution to make these, okay? And we'll need concrete, cement, and more plant fibers too, because, well, no, there's 78 plant fibers in there, so yeah, we're good. What about our cement? Do we have any over here? Currently, we got 60 in here. Yeah, okay, so we need nutrient solution. And if we come over here to the food processor, and we go in here, we take a look at this. I don't see it in there. Let's do newt. And we'll look in all 3. Maybe it's not made in here. Here it is. Yeah, it is in here. It's in the first one. Stone dust, purified water, spoiled food. That's what you need for this, okay? So let's get that loaded in here. We've got purified water. We need to get some stone dust. And we've got plenty of spoiled food. I think I've been crushing stone over here. Got more water in here, more oxygen. This thing is pumping out water and oxygen for us. This thing is still making us fuel. Here's stone dust, here's cement. We might not have enough stone dust because I might have turned it all into concrete blocks. Actually, hold on. Let's steal this real quick. We're gonna turn this off. Go, go, go. Go away. And let's stack up a bunch of these. Alright, flip that back on. And let's take the concrete out of here. We'll put all this in the big constructor too. I want to make sure I get like 300 real quick. Alright, let's take this. I'll leave that to keep crafting stone dust for us. So it's not using base power to do it. Oh wait, we need to put it in this box here. That in there. That in there. Oh, no, you know what? It's not for this. I'm dumb. The concrete can go in there. Let's go over here. We'll put the stone dust in here with the water, which we already have some. Now we can make nutrient solution, which we saw was here. I'm not sure how many we're gonna need. Let me just, we'll do 100 to start with. That way we have it going forward if we need to. I've heard reports of people's bases getting leveled by the bad guys in this pretty easily, so we may not survive long. We'll see. How many do we need? 1 nutrient solution for each. Okay, cool. Alright, and we'll go over here. That is not fast, is it? Not fast at all. Alright, we're going to let this sit and craft these, and I'll be back when we have, we'll say, 18. We'll do 2 3x3s to start with. So hang tight and I'll be back. While those are crafting, we're above ground, but the radiation is starting to dissipate, so it's not too bad. Probably don't want to be out here too long. But we did finish the double fence around the fort here. And I'm going to use upgrades on these walls eventually too to make them stronger. We're going to paint them, but what I want to do is I want to put in doors in these choke points here. That way if they come through a wall and they start to path their way towards me, we can, you know, stop them at a door maybe, get a little more time. So we're going to use armored doors on these. And I'm going to put them, let's look, this one's specifically different than the rest. You see how this one falls back one, so we'll probably put another block in here or something. But we're going to put them here in these doorways so that they would have to go through there to get to me. And we're going to do them this way. It's the centered door. Yeah, let's go centered. Why not? Put one in there. Put one in there. And then we'll do them. We've only got one more door. I'll have to make some more doors, but we'll do the same thing on all of these sides here so that we can, you know, choke point them out. And we'll have to do something about blocking this back way maybe too, or maybe we'll just do doors on all 4 sides. You know what I mean? So you have to go through several armored doors to get to me. So I'm gonna go back down and check on my craft, and I'll be back. Another thing we can do while we wait is put some dang lights up in here. It's kind of dark. So we can make some base light blocks. They look like this. Let's craft, I don't know, eight of them. We'll do 8 lights. 8 light blocks. And then we'll come back for the rest of them. So, like other blocks, these have the ability for you to place them on things, but not that, because I've actually got a wall there, so that block takes up all of this. We could do it on these walls over here. And if you right click, you have different kinds of lights. So you can do that square light, you can do them like that, you can do them like that, you can have them as standing lights if you want them as a lantern, for example. These corner lights are nice to put in corners. So if we rotate this around, you can see how it just goes nice flush on the corner of the wall. Strip light corner, if you want them good for, honestly, for the corner of, like up there. That's kind of nice. So yeah, I think we'll actually do those. We'll do some of those. So let's center, we'll do the center above the doors to start with. So that gives us a light there. And the cool thing is if you hit P when looking at the light, and then you go to your devices, it should have that selected. And you can actually change this to a red light, or a blue light, or green light. You can change the blinking, intensity, range. You've got a lot of stuff you can adjust here. So that's really cool. I'm going to leave them white. Nice clean white light for now. And we will be using colored lights for other things quite a bit. I promise you that. Especially when we get into building like our large capital vessel. There'll be a lot of areas that are going to be... Alright, you get up there. Boop. Let's check out what we've got going on over here. We've got 19. I thought we did 18, but I guess 19. So we take these now, toss these in here. Boom, boom. And now let's make some concrete planters. We're going to do 18 of them. And then there's one other thing you're going to need, for sure. Speaking of lights, we need grow lights. because plants need grow lights. And let's see if we've unlocked that. There's the plant grow light. Unlocked now. Okay, and then we're going to need to do 2 of those. Because you really just need 1 grow light per, what do you call it? Per 3x3. We'll cover it. Oh, you know what else we're going to need? Glass. We're going to need lots of glass because obviously I want this to be a greenhouse. So we're going to make 2 different kinds of blocks here to start with. Let's start with making 2 of these stairs blocks. Let's make, I'm going to do armored glass, armored windows, which uses glass plates, steel plates, titanium plates. Now, actually, we can't do the armored windows yet because we really haven't found any titanium yet. So let's just do the regular windows, which is steel and glass. We can probably upgrade them later to that. So let's do 100 of those to start with. And then I want to do some of this truss too. So if we do, I don't know, let's do 50 truss blocks. That's more for decoration than anything, but you know. 1, 2, 3, and then this block right here is what we want to pop out. 1, 2, 3. Same thing on this side. And then we're actually going to put concrete underneath them because I still want, I want them protected. I don't know, from explosions or whatever. I want there to be protection underneath. So I'm going to drop this down a little bit, and then I'm going to put concrete underneath, and then we're going to put the crop plots there on top of it. So let me resource drill down right here. Alright, so I buried the pad underneath it. So they've got pad underneath them. That way they'll have concrete blocks on all sides of them. Just a little bit of additional support there in case things go terribly wrong. So we've got 3 there, 3 there. We're probably going to do 2 more of them on the outsides of this. Okay. And then we should have, by now we should have some truss. We do. Great. And I've got glass here. And so truss blocks, like any other block, have all their stuff, right? But I want this enclosed. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start with the glass. I think we'll do a door on this side. Actually, let's do the doors this way, away from this door. So we're going to do glass all the way on this side. But I think what I want to do is do some funky shape with this, maybe. Let's look and see what we can do. Well, that's going to match the block below it. Otherwise, too much of that's going to stick out. We could do it this way and do it funky like this on the corners, maybe. Let's see how that looks. So start with you. You. These are corner glass. You and you. And then we're going to want, like I said, doors there and there. Let's change this to, where is it? That one? Uh-oh. It's time for another attack, guys. Are we ready? Weapons loaded. Shotgun loaded. Which direction are we talking? They haven't showed up on the map yet, so soon we'll see a red dot. Let's get this sealed off if we can. Bring that up and around. Rotate this way. Nope, that's not the right shape. I just want the loopy shape. This guy. Bring him around. Now bring him around like that. But actually on that side, right? There. And there. And then we're going to do doors here. Alright, do we see them on the map yet? Yep, they're coming from that way. So let's get ready to help. Oh yeah, drones. We got drones this time. Firing rockets. Get them, boys. Boom. I blew a hole here. See this? Because I had this all sealed up. Let's go loot them. What do we get out of them? We'll take it. Power coils. Thank you. Some more glass and stuff. That's cool. So we'll get a look and see if that's the direction they're going to be coming from. Mortars and power. And yeah, we'll take all that. We may have to, if this is the same side that they came from last time, which I think it was. I feel like they came, I'll have to go back and look at the video. But I feel like they came from this way, and if those guys came from that way, we may have to bolster this side a little bit to make sure there's plenty of stuff here. Yeah, look at the little bit of damage on these blocks here. So let's do repair all this up. I do need to put doors on these. I meant to do doors on these corners so we can get in and out easier, but we'll see. And then, let's see, this took some hits. This little stand. Eventually we'll have to get some long range things that can hit them before they get close enough. All of these blocks need to be repaired. Look at this. Alright, back to this. So we should have some doors. So if I go into my P in the cargo box, I should have a few doors in here. I do. These aren't the armored ones, but that's okay. And maybe these doors can do a curved variant. I don't know. We'll see. They can. Can they do this way and us still be able to get in there? That is the question. They can, but that's kind of uncomfortable. And then I just realized here's another issue. This actually won't work in this shape because this block is taking up the block above this guy, right? So above this guy, this is where the plant's going to grow, on this block above him. So these can't work here at all because they will never grow like that. So we'll actually have to spread this out a little bit. It can't be right on top of it. Pick all this up. Let's do this real quick. We're going to use truss to mark out where things need to be, because another thing you need to think about is where your light goes, right? So this block here, that's where the plant goes. So then the light has to go on the block right above it, right? So this is where the light needs to go, the light block. And so you need another block above that to hang the light block off of. That's why I like truss, because I like the way it looks in a greenhouse. You know what, I forgot we could do this. I always forget about the drone. Alright, so that's where the light block's going to go. Okay. And then we're going to have walls out here, probably. The greenhouse out here is what we'll do. Maybe. No, we can do glass right there. Yeah, alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to do... I don't know. What do we want to do? There's a lot of shapes here that we can play with that are kind of cool. If we do here, we can attach glass off of that. What about round? If we did like this, we could take it out this far. And then these could be like corners. Let's see how that works. Let's see. Truss and glass make the coolest greenhouses, in my opinion. We'll round them out like that. Like there, 2 up. 2 up. Alright, let's go glass from here. We'll just do regular planes, the 1 by 2. Change it to 1 by 2. And no, actually we want to go this way. There we go. Just boom. Boom. And then we'll do 3 panels on these insides because I want these, like I said, to be the doors on the opposite sides. Do a panel here. Panel here. 3 panels here. I need to get out of the way, otherwise he won't be able to put that down. Sorry, drone. I'm out of your way. Go for it. Back to the drone. We'll go like this. Bam. 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 Okay. And then I think above the doors, let's put our doors in real fast. What we'll do is we'll change up the truss to be above the doors. And rotate you around this way. And I think we'll go, since this is a greenhouse, we're going to do that door there. Do I have any more door blocks? I do. Okay. Same thing over here. That guy. Like that. And then we go back to our trussing. Let's move this chainsaw out. Give us another slot here. And we'll go over to the trussing. But we're going to change him to be the wall. So he's only that thick. There, above the door. That has to rotate because we're putting the blocks inside. Like that. Yes. I'm liking it so far. I'm liking it. I actually have to take that out because, like I said, this needs to... Ooh, wait. Are these airtight? These might not be airtight. Nope. Alright, so this is a problem. As much as I like the way that looks, I don't think we can do that. Not for the greenhouse. Because that will let radiation through. That will also probably let other bad things through, heat and stuff that'll mess things up. So we probably can't do that, unfortunately. Dang it! I really was liking the way that was looking, too. Let me think. Let me tear down and rebuild, I'll be right back. Alright, so here's the final shape I decided to go with. It's all glass on the sides, it's got these neat-ass doors here. Something you need to know about the doors, the reason they weren't airtight is because they're a variant. So if you take the door and you look at it, and it says airtight varies. And that depends on the version you get. If you use the glass doors, they are airtight false. But if you use the all metal doors, they are airtight true. So you want to watch that when, however you're using them. Because we're going to have plants growing in here, this needs to be airtight. It needs to be sealed from the outside elements. And we just saw that obviously we get radiation storms, so that could kill your plants. But just something to be aware of. There's one other issue that I have in here that we need to deal with, and I figured I would wait and show you guys how to deal with it. And that is the issue of this block here takes up an entire block space. Well, all of these do technically. And that's fine normally, except when you want to hang your light from that block, well, now it's going to be like hovering in midair because that glass block takes up the whole thing. So the way I've always found this to work is to just kind of do a different block there and then put the glass on top of it. Or we could just do a different block altogether, which we probably should do anyway. So if we take this guy out, and we can't use truss here because it's not airtight. Let's use a steel block instead. And let's see. If we put it right there, that'll work. That should hang there fine. Like that. That seals that off, and then we'll texturize this. And then we put our grow light on top of that, like that. Boom. Now we have a fully ready to go greenhouse. Okay, so what we started out with was some blue peppers, some corn, some plant fiber, and some perthing. So these are fruit, grain, and vegetables. I'm not worried about this one right now, so we'll put these down first, and we'll go out and loot some things so that we can make more. But if you just take these guys, let's just go ahead and put them here. We'll do a row of grain here, right? That's actually that's vegetables. A row of vegetables here. We'll do a row of grain here, and we will do a row of fruit here. And so we'll make 2 more of each, and then we'll fill this out, and this will start growing over time, and we'll be able to loot these for vegetables. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you one last thing here, and then we'll probably be good on this episode, and that is the texture and paint tool. So we can start making things look the way we want them to look. So if we come over here to our constructor, and we go to tools, weapons, and we're looking for a gun, this guy right here, texture and color tool. So he's electronics and nanotubules, no big deal, we can get him going. We're gonna make him, and then he should be anytime. So hurry up. I want it. And then we can start making things look nice. Give me my gun. Give me my gun. Give me a gun. There we go. Alright, take that. You go upstairs. We're going to start upstairs. There's a few things I want to look at. So, the way this tool works is you right click and you have textures, you have colors, right? You have symbols. If you click this, so you can do symbols. You can do removal. And that, I think, will remove stuff. Let's go back to textures and colors. And depending on what you're looking at, when you right-click, you can see it changes. So I'm looking at concrete right now. These are the textures we can assign concrete. If I'm looking at metal, these are the ones we can assign metal. There are some crossover, like I can do wood on these if I wanted. So, for example, if I select that, we selected that wood, and I spray this, well, now they look like wood. And the interesting thing is it does it by face, right? Just so happens on this block, you can actually choose your textures too. Look at that. So if I wanted to, you can do a whole area like this, right? That's the medium, but we want to go with small. Let's do a removal. Can we do removal? Textures. This will do the entire block here. So for example, if I wanted to paint this whole block as opposed to just the faces, see? So you have a lot of really cool textures. A lot of these textures are lit up. So as long as the base is on, there'll be a light here. You can't really see it during the day, but these glow. And you can paint this. So if we wanted to paint it red, then the lights look red, kind of. There's different ones that are. I'm not sure if that one's actually one of the glow ones. That one is. That one definitely, I remember from past alphas, glows like a light. So you've got a lot of. You can rotate the texture just by keep spraying it like this, right? And we can remove it and go back to what it was, like that. So we can clean it all up if you want. All of this can be cleaned up. Boom, boom, boom. Everything clean, everything clean. Okay, so that's probably a pretty good stopping point there. So we've got our first greenhouse up. I'm going to probably between episodes build 3 more like this on all of that. So the top side's pretty much just going to be greenhouse, and we'll have most of our base underground, defenses, and greenhouse up top. So we're going to do that. That way we've got plenty of space to grow things. And we did our texture tool, and so as you can see, I've already started to kind of texture the outside walls. I kind of have a frontier fort kind of idea in mind. We're gonna have to fix some things because there's some rotated textures here, obviously. But that said, that's what we're gonna call it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope you want to see more like that. If you do me a favor, hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and if you're new to the channel and you want to see more like this, hit the subscribe button. And also, make sure you guys comment below on whether you want me to turn on the other features. I don't mind playing them if everybody wants me to see them, but like I said, I just don't turn extra stuff on when I start a game. It's just, we play how the game starts. But we'll do it if that's what the majority of you want. So that said, you guys have a great rest of your week. Talk to you later. Bye now.